You are not the same person you were when you first entered into this year. Whether you know it or not, God has been changing your story. God has been changing your life. And as we get ready to close this year out, glory be unto God, you are not the same person. So the person that's exiting this year, the person that's getting ready to enter into 2026 is not the same person that entered into 2025. And I'm saying this because God is doing something in your life that cannot be explained. Many of you may have walked into this year not knowing who you were in Christ. You probably didn't even have a direction. You didn't know where you was heading. And you probably wasn't even looking forward to this year being any different or expecting anything better for your life, because all your life you have been met with hardship and pain and disappointment. So you really didn't expect anything. You didn't expect anything different this year. But something about this year, cannot be denied, that something has transformed in your life. And that something is because you had an encounter with God. And because you had an encounter with God, your life is no longer the same. Even if you don't feel nothing or see anything moving outside of you, and you can sense it, you can feel what I'm talking about, that you are no longer that same person that came into this year. Your desires have changed. Your conversation have changed. Your behavior have changed. Your thoughts have changed. And that's because you would have had an encounter with God. And God has been transforming your life from the inside out. And because you have had an encounter with God, there's no way that God can transform you and your life remain the same, and that your story remains the same, because the Bible tells us, therefore, anybody who is in Christ is a new creation, and the old is gone and the new has come. So your life cannot remain the same once you have an encounter with God. Once you truthfully allow and submit to the good will of God for your life. Once you truthfully and honestly let God come in and he start renewing you, it's impossible to be the same. And that's why and you can sense and you can feel that my environments is shifting. My conversations is shifting. The people that I once used to entertain, I no longer desire to entertain. The conversations have shifted. That's because your story is changing and your life is changing. And God is doing something new. Sometimes he does something so new that we can't even comprehend it. We can't even understand it. But I will tell you, if you don't know anything, and I want you to take from this video, that the person that you see reflecting back to you in the mirror is no longer the person that walked into this year. No longer. Maybe in the natural. And when I say this, because sometimes our natural circumstances have to catch up to the spirit, right? So sometimes a lot of transformation can be going on the inside. We got deep healing, and old mindsets and old patterns and old ways and old thoughts have fallen off, right? But our physical have yet to catch up. But don't worry, because that's coming too. That's a part of your story. When God changes you and he changes your story, he changes everything. Everything becomes new. And because you are a new creation in Christ Jesus, the old is gone. The old can no longer come with you. That old life, those old ways, those old environments, those old thoughts, that's old. So you can be in expectant mode of the new. You can rest assured, to whether your two eyes perceive it or not, that my story is changing. Matter of fact, I want y'all to stand in agreement with me. I want you to stand in agreement with me, and I want you to put it in the comment section. My story is changing. Put it in the comment section that God is changing my life. He's changing your life whether you receive it or not. But I need you to receive this word by faith. I need you to stand in agreement that I am no longer the same person that I was. My old man is gone and my new man has submerged. I am a new creation in Christ. I let him come in and he has done his transformational work in me. Sometimes God can do a work that no man can touch, that no man can do. Even we couldn't orchestrate what God is doing in your life. You got direction. You have purpose. And you know who you are in Christ. You may have entered this year lost. You may have entered this year broken. You may have entered this year feeling like you was unsupported, unloved, rejected. But I hear the Spirit of the Lord say you are no longer that same person. That I am changing your life and I'm doing something new in your life that cannot be denied. Even the people that don't like you won't be able to deny what I'm doing in your life when they see that I get the glory out of your life from everything that I'm doing. Receive this word by faith that I am no longer the same man. I am no longer the same woman that I was when I walked into this year. Each one of us have our own version of this is what I'm saying. So yours going to look different from mine. Whatever you have been battling with, whatever you have been going through, you did not turn your back on God. You did not turn your back. You kept, even when it was hard, even when you wanted to quit, you kept going. You let God come in and you renewed your mind. You renewed your mind with the things that was true, with the things that was just, with the things that was godly. And God said, you can no longer remain the same. You can no longer remain in those same environments. I'm changing your life and I'm changing your story. And as God continue to change your life and to change your story, things will get better. Things have no choice but to get better. They can no longer remain the same. And as your story and as your life change, you will see that God has so much better for you. You will see things shift and move suddenly for you. I pray that for you. I declare and decree that over your life. Because we know that the blessing of the Lord makes rich and he adds no sorrow to it. We know this. So as God continue to change your story, as God continue to change your life, be in expectant mode. You don't have to wait until you see things manifest in a physical. Start thanking him now for everything that's on its way. Start thanking him now for everything that's coming. Because greatness is coming. Goodness is coming. Because God will never fail you. And as you continue to walk and move forward, continue to remember that you are a new creation and that you are no longer the same. Receive this word by faith and walk into your transformation, walk into your new life, walk into your new story, because he's changing it right before your eyes, right? Whether you receive it or not. I hope this message blesses you all. I hope it keeps you. I am Lashelle Monroe. And until next time, y'all, please keep the faith.